No one's trolling, DJ Jamie. No one's trolling. This is actually happening, bruv. This is a Black Ops attack. That's what I'm saying, Matt. Facts. Facts. I'm the only stream not working. They on you, the fuckers. This is a joke, bruv. It's a joke. Big up JP the dog. He says it's all right for me. All right, it's going, yeah? Let's just roll it anyway. Bruv, I've just seen lives. Everyone's live. I can see all different channels. They're all live. Ain't no problems, bruv. Anyway, let me just roll into it, bruv. And if I have to do a video, I'll do a video straight after this. Yeah. Ryan says, I think if it was working, there'd be more than 55 people in the stream. That's what I'm saying, bruv. It's crazy, bruv. 20 minutes of just shit. It's a joke, bruv. Everyone smash the like button. Even if you can't see me, smash it, bruv. Hopefully you can hear. That's the most important thing, is to hear what I've got to say, not see my ugly mug. Yeah? So have it right. So anyway, let's just go in, bruv. I don't give a shit. All right. So today we've had the agenda about we drew the game because of a centre back of Colwill being injured. That was the whole reason. But it doesn't. That's got nothing to do with the attack not creating or scoring. So the agenda and the narrative's already been laid out. But the breaking news today, and it was brought out by. Let me just get the actual source. I've got the source here, and it's Simon Phillips, brown envelope. It says Chelsea have reportedly had a 50 million bid rejected, that's in sterling, for Inter Milan defender Alessandro Bastoni. Gazzetta dello Sport claim the Blues have moved to sign the Italian defender, but have been knocked back in their attempts. That's via Haters TV. Now, isn't it interesting, yeah? Ain't it interesting? What's the player that, especially after last night's stream, bruv? I always bring up Bastoni. I've been bringing him up for over a year. Sign the kid. He's a baller. It's exactly what we need. Left centre back, Italian, winner, Serie A, Champions League experience, international experience. He's got all the minerals that we want and that we need. And he's got mentality. Yeah, bring that in with Donnarumma. But where's it's broken out by Simon Phillips that we've had it politely rejected, yeah? Politely rejected. Then it comes out by Kieran Gill today. Enzo Maresca believes he has no like-for-like Levy Colwill replacement, but to build attacks and wants a centre-back. Chelsea's decision makers disagree and have told him to find an internal solution because their checkbook is closed for a centre-back. So the checkbook's closed for a centre-back, but it's wide open like a slosh pot wet for what? For the baby lurch, of course. And Chevy Simmons, what's happening with Chevy Simmons? That's all gone stale, bruv. Yeah? Like stale bread. There ain't no bread at Blueco no more. There ain't no Club World Cup money because that's all been spent. So all of a sudden now, Enzo Maresca has come out publicly and said, I need a centre-back to replace Colwill because Better Shield dildo shite, because Josh Akinpong is too young. Who else is there? Disaster was selling, who's a right centre back anyway. And who else have we got? Oh, Tozin, Uncle Tozin. Yeah, he's injured. And Hato, the NATO defender, he's not ready. So we bought a player that's not ready. And we're meant to be in phase 4 going on a title charge. So Enzo Maresca's come out publicly and said, I want a centre-back that can replace Levi Cole because he's had an ACL and he's out for the whole season and he's fundamental to the way I play. And we're being PR'd that the ownership are backing Enzo Maresca. Well, it doesn't look like that if you're telling him the checkbook's closed publicly via brown envelopes, does it now? Doesn't look too healthy. No, it doesn't. And then straight after that tweet, straight after that, we've got none other, or let's put him up, let's name and shame the ancestral bloodline brown envelope himself, none other than Toothpick Jacobs, related to Jonathan Goldstein, who sits on the board at Chelsea. Yes, that's right, under Blueco. What are we doing here? He comes out and publicly states, as well as Kieran Gill, who put out what I just read to you. There's nothing in the suggestions that Chelsea's made a 43 million bid move for Inter Milan and in Italy centre-back Alessandro Bastoni. Yeah? So now we're getting told from Toothpick Jacobs and from Kieran Gill that it's far off the mark and there's been no bid. So someone's telling porcupines here. Someone is telling porcupines. Isn't it interesting, though? As soon as we say Bastoni yesterday, sign him up, we're getting links to Bastoni. Normally, when you have a shit result, they come out with the bullshit PR. And that's exactly what we got today served up. So they've served it up that we've put in a 45 million pound bid. And now it's switched to, no, we haven't put in a bid. And by the way, Enzo Maresca, and to all the Chelsea supporters, the checkbook's closed. So what's the ambition here? There is no ambition. Because if you're ambitious, you sign Bastoni at 26 years old with all the minerals, all the experience to elevate us and sort out and rectify the gaping holes like Salak's pit that we've got in defence with injuries, bruv. What are we doing here? So, yeah. Jacob's fresh off a midnight bird egg hunt. Yes, he loves a bird hunt. He loves an egg hunt. Probably loves Easter. So have it right. So that's where we are with that. No one is really putting pressure for us to sign Bastoni, but that's the bullshit. And then Matt Law, the famous Matt Law, comes out and says Chelsea believe they will have raised close to 300 million in player sales once the transfer window shuts, giving them a net spend of close to zero. Fantastic. And yet you've just signed a contract extension offered a contract extension which has been signed on the dotted line by Kerry Winstanley and Stuart Little and probably Joe Shields and his black book of Man City ex-graduates, bruv, for assembling this squad, which everyone in the fan base is crying out, we need a centre-back, we need a goalkeeper, we don't want Baby Lurch, we want Xavi Simons, we need more players, we've spent 2 billion and we need more players. But that's what it's all about, isn't it? This is the main tweet of the day, that they can close to raise 300 million in player sales, because that's what it's all about, yeah? To have a net spend of close to zero because they've got a debt of 200 million to pay every single year, financial year, because the debt they've taken with Ares Management, Bank of America, and JP Morgan on double-digit interest rates at 1.22 billion. Let's have it right. So you're happy to spend the money on a Baby Lurch for 30 million, but you won't buy me a Bastoni, you won't get me a Mike Magnan at 80 million, you won't get me a Donnarumma at 26 million. Yeah, have a day off. Yeah, who's buying into this waffle, bruv? But don't worry, we're going to have a net spend of zero. Well, that doesn't help us with our title charge, does it? Doesn't help us with our squad deficiency and first team deficiencies. And this is phase 7 transfer windows now, in phase 4 of the entire project, all right? And we are still trying to build. we're still trying to rectify the first team. Yeah, when we're meant to be on a title charge, bruv. Yeah, that tells you everything that you need to know, my geezers. Yeah, everyone needs to understand that, bruv. Yeah, everyone. So at the end of the day, yeah, you can see what the narratives today. They haven't taken into account, though, they might be, well, in Nkunku, apparently with Bayern Munich are offered a loan. It's been rejected. They would like to buy him outright, but they're not going to pay the 40 million that Clear Lake and Blue Co want. Let's have it right. Also, we've been told by Fritz Romano there's no future for Nkunku. So they made it publicly known there's no future for him. Just like Ben Chilwell. Just like every player that they put on the market. Yeah. And by the way, how are they going to offload Chilwell? How are they going to offload Nkunku? How are they going to offload what's his name? Sterling. Apparently they're offering loan deals because no one will pay his wages of 325 grand a week, courtesy of Tout Bowley and his playing sporting director role in the first transfer window. Well, these are big wages. These are players that are not going to lower their wages. And what else are you going to sell? Oh, you want to sell Trev, didn't you? Of course. So we're hearing Nicholas Jackson. They've outpriced him. They want 100 million plus for Nicholas Jackson. Apparently, according to Matt Law, who's right up the ladder for Blue Co on the pecking order as tier 1 brown envelope for them, and their narrative says Napoli are searching for a striker following an injury to Romelu Lukaku and are close to Jackson's camp, with talks expected to take place, although finances could be an issue. Yeah, no one's going to pay not even 50 million for this guy, bruv. Not even 50 million are they going to pay, bruv. Yeah. Chelsea are looking to arrange sales or loans for Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku, Axel Disasi, Renato Viega, the Swiss Army knife, Chukwuemeka, who actually come out publicly and says he's pissed off with the way he's been treated and wants out at Chelsea. So have it right. Big up to him for speaking out. Ben Chilwell, Raheem Sterling, and potentially Tyreek George. And while Anselmino has interest from Europe, these are all players, bar Tyreek George, that they have bought. They bought all these players, and yet they're looking to offload them. How about that for recruitment? And that deserves and warrants a contract extension just because you won me some Tin Pot Conference League and a Club World Cup. We're world champions and we can't beat Crystal Palace at home on game day 1. Have a day off. Let's have it right. That's what we're talking about. But yet we get pictures of Sam Jewell leading the multi-club, Joe Shields, Win Stanley, Stewart and Egg Barley all together. What a bunch of clowns, bruv. Yeah. And people have been hyping this shit up. Yeah. So, yeah, until they're offloading players, they're not going to be able to go in the market. So you're not going to get your Xavi Simons. You're not going to get your Baby Lurch, which is why they said to the end of the transfer window. Well, listen, the transfer window shuts in what? 2.5 weeks? So in 2.5 weeks, they've got to offload all these players. And yet we're getting linked to Bastoni after drawing to Crystal Palace, when everyone in the media, especially Enzo Maresca, is talking about how he misses Carl. The same Carl that we went on that disgraceful run of like no away wins and how many losses, losing to Ipswich, losing to Brighton's, drawing games, losing to Fulham at home, who hadn't beaten us in 45 years. Let's have it right. He was playing. Colwill was playing. So don't give me this excuse because of Colwill. We struggled yesterday. Like we haven't built an unbelievable squad that's ready to challenge for the title. Where are all the toxic positivity merchants with that narrative? You're not speaking it now. No, we want a Bastoni. We've always wanted a Bastoni. We've always wanted a Donnarumma. We want elite players at our football club to lead us to truly say with chest, we can go on a title charge. Now you're just overhyping and talking nonsense. Yeah? And no front of shirt sponsor. Because we're seeing who's going to pay us 70 million or we're not going to do any shirt sponsor. It's a shambles, bruv. It's an absolute shambles, bruv. Yeah? What people are justifying Jackson's worth 80 million, yeah? They must be on some heavy gear, bruv. If people are justifying Nicholas Jackson 80 million to 100 million, If he's worth that, then why are you selling him? And I'll go again. Why are you happy to sell him after 2 years of propaganding him? He's our baby Drogba. You're in the mud, aren't you? Because you flip-flop. That's what it's all about. Yeah? Same old narratives, bruv, from the same old brown envelopes. Yeah? Facts. You know what I'm saying? Bruv, do you know what's worth more than Nicholas Jackson is a meal deal at Tesco, bruv? That's worth way more. That's far too valuable compared to what Nicholas Jackson is. The reality is he's not good enough, all right? And yet people after yesterday's game were going, oh, we need Nicholas Jackson in there. We need him in there. Look at the state of him, bruv. We got Pedro, mate. We got Liam Delap that you lot have been telling us. Oh, I remember when Isaac broadcasted he wants to transfer out of Newcastle. Everyone was saying loan Delap and bench Pedro for Isaac. And now we're not going to get Isaac because he's publicly known from all the tier ones. They're in the pocket of Blueco. They let us all know we're nowhere near going in for Isaac. We're very happy with what we got. Like they're very happy with the squad. Internally, they're all happy. But Enzo Maresca, your gaffer that you're backing, is turning against you all of a sudden, saying, I'm not happy and I need another central defender. And I don't want Sanchez to be my number one goalkeeper. That I told you was my number one goalkeeper all through last season, to switch it to Jorgensen as my number one, to then switch it back because he's shit, to go to Sanchez, he's my number one. And Sanchez is the worst goalkeeper, bro. Yeah? He should not be Chelsea's number one goalkeeper. And you cannot go on a title charge with Robert Sanchez. And people are going, no, he's better than Donnarumma. He's better than Mike Maitland. He's my goalkeeper. Okay, mate. Yeah. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Quite literally, bruv. Yesterday, granted, João Pedro didn't get any service yesterday. All right? Very little. Scraps. But sometimes you've got to make things happen. Didn't do nothing. No shots from outside the box. I didn't even see him take a shot. I didn't even see him have a chance or a sniff. Oh, but Crystal Palace is such a good team. All right. Well, we beat PSG. Someone explained why this manager, all right, all of a sudden decides to not play the way we played against PSG. We're playing Cole Palmer on the right, playing the same way like we did against PSG. Granted, without Levi Colwill, but so what? We've got such an array of talent and ballers in our squad that I'm sure we can cope against Crystal Palace at home. Yet we beat PSG, and he goes back to his normal inverted nonsense for XG's sake. Yeah. Why? Why would you do that? It's just joke, bruv. Yeah. Wayne Rooney come out in Cole Palmer's defence today. Yeah. Or I think it was today anyway. Let me read it out. He says, if Palmer scores a goal, people ask for two. If he scores a free kick, they'll say the wall wasn't set up properly. If he loses, it will be talked about like it was his fault. That's the price you pay for being the best player in the world. Wayne Rooney is Cole Palmer's idol. Let's have it right. But do you know what's interesting to me is, right? Cole Palmer should be the last on that list to have a dig at, bruv, or have a pop at. I don't forget, in his first season, he saved us from relegation with his 43 GA. Don't ever forget it. I don't forget the moments he does turn up and the games where he single-handedly wins us and we call ourselves Cole Palmer FC. Cole Palmer, all right, is our best player. And that's a fact, yeah? Yet this manager wants to moan about a centre-back that he can't play, and to an extent, you need to adapt. And if you don't adapt, and you do not adapt for the benefit of your best player, and you then nullify your best player by playing him in number 10 without the central defender to play your system where Cole Palmer might have a chance of number 10, is a criminal offence and is ignorance, bruv. And it deserves criticism of the highest level. The same manager that come out last season and blame the supporters and the environment for us and Sanchez kicking the ball out and for us losing the game and conceding goals. Yeah, I don't forget it, bruv. Yeah, but you lot want to brown nose him, yeah? All right. The reality is he's been a yes man all the way. When he come out, and let me mud him right now and expose him for his yes man tax, is strike one, blaming the environment and the supporters because he was briefed by the owners that go in the dressing room, and straight after he comes in the press room and says that nonsense. Strike two, he says Nicholas Jackson is my perfect number 9. I want a carbon copy. Yet we're desperate to flog him for 100 million or 60 million, and now he's not his perfect number 9 because Liam Delap and João Pedro are completely different players and are upgrades. So someone's bullshitting here, all right? And clearly the manager's been told what to say. Now he's saying what he's not been told to say. And they have to use the brown envelopes to say, we're happy with the squad. We're not going to open the checkbook. And you should be good enough as a manager to deal with the quality that we have to be adaptable. Yet he won't adapt in the first game of the Premier League to benefit the core and build your whole fucking team around Cole Palmer, which is our best player, who's in his 3rd season now. And if you do not get it right, if you do not show ambition, you do not go in a title race, and we don't go to the last 3 games of the season in a title race, and we don't win fucking anything of major significance like a Champions League or a Premier League trophy, Cole Palmer will be looking to go somewhere else. And it's very simple. And they'll cash in and go, by the way, we got Esteval Willian. Don't worry about it. And then he'll be shipped out in another 2 years, and they'll cash in on him because he'll want to go Real Madrid or Barcelona, bruv. It's a fact, bruv, what I'm saying. All right? I'm saying what people don't want to say, and that's the reality. But the moment I hear that you're not going to give him a centre-back when his most so-called important centre-back is out, and you can't bring in Fofana into this because Fofana is a right centre-back. He needs his left centre-back. You've brought him Hato, the NATO defender, who right now can't defend fuck all right now because he's not even going to get played. And you're not playing him in his natural position, yet you want to play Trev in his unnatural position, unorthodox position on the left-hand side because of the shit squad building that these melts on platforms and these brown envelope goldfishes want to promote these directors. But when it's the baby lurch, sack them, they've got to be gone. But yet now we're going to propaganda it. You're waffle merchants. You're snakes and ladder merchants. Yeah. The reality is everyone was coming at Trevoh Chalobah yesterday. It's not on. You don't come at Trev. He's been our best defender. The same Trev that they exiled, all right, and banished him from pre-season last summer, put him with the under-23, sent him on loan because they couldn't sell him for the pound note, pure profit, to Crystal Palace, to bring him back for him to participate in us saving on one hair and a nutsack to get top 4 and to win the Conference League in the final and to play the Club World Cup final and win that. All right. And now there's publicising that if any centre-back's going to be sold, it's going to be Trevoh Chalobah. Fuck off. Yeah. But you don't talk like that, do you now? No, you don't talk that narrative. Yeah. Because we've got to protect everything that we built up. Yeah. For Gazies, bro. Absolute fugazis, bruv. And yet people want to come at Trev and go, get rid of him. All right, get rid of him. Yeah? You trust these directors buying you baddish dildo shite? Fofana, who's never fit. Lavia is what? His 3rd season or 2nd full year with us. And he's featured what? 30-odd games, if that? How many 90 minutes has he played? Oh, I've got the receipt. Stay on that side. You stay on the injury side. That's what you stay on right now. I want you on the pitch side, mate. Yeah. You trust Fofana to stay fit? You trust Uncle Tozin? And is he going to stay fit? Yeah. Then what the fuck's left? Josh Akinpong, a Cobham graduate. Bruv. Ain't nothing wrong I'm saying here. Unfortunately, I'm very passionate with what I say. Because I know and I get rattled when I see the PR and I don't forget the shit that they put out and I call it out. It rattles me because they're lying. And then all these platforms are there to just push the narratives that are scripted from above. Yeah. Like they're God or something. Yeah. It's a joke. These elite sellouts. yeah, anything for a pound note, bruv, these Epstein FC merchants, yeah, and they filter down the scripts and all these platforms push it out. And that's how it keeps going, bruv. And there's me on Minerals FC to fight against it, bruv, because it's a load of waffle, bruv, yeah? Yeah, let's mud him, bruv. Let's expose him, yeah? This one absolute brown envelope, yeah? Let's mud him, bruv, because this is how they flip-flop.
I'll say it again. I have messaged a owner of Chelsea Football Club. Okay, not going to tell you which one, but I have messaged a owner of Chelsea Football Club, told him all my fears about Garnacho and why it really should not happen, because this could really blow up in our face and we could be a circus even more from it. And that's how the public could view us. And if you think they don't care about how the public view them, what are you thinking? Because they very much care about how the public view them. Okay, so it can blow up in our faces. And I've messaged the sporting director. I'm not going to tell you which one either. I've told both of them, and I know for a fact both of them have read it. They know, they are aware of the red flags. So if they choose to do it and it blows up in their face the way we're telling them it might, gone. I mean, the owners can't be gone, but gone. Directors, gone.
Yeah, well, they really want the baby lurch, but they closed the checkbook on getting the centre back for our gaffer. You know, he's the one. Yeah, he's the disciple of Pep Guardiola. And it's funny that they all go, the agenda on Enzo Fernandez as well. Like, everyone's going, well, he had a stinker yesterday. Yes, he did. Oh, he's not fit enough, they say. He's not fit enough. He's a bit overweight. He's always overweight, bruv. He runs around like he's running in mud, all right? This guy, the coach singer, let's have it right, yeah? Everyone seems to forget, all right? The reality is, it's funny to me, bruv, yeah, that to back the stinker from him, he's not fit enough, yeah? Like, everyone else is not fit enough then. Apply that to every single other player that they're not fit enough. Well, that's a bullshit narrative, yeah? Oh, what? We didn't play the Club World Cup. We've had 2 pre-season friendlies, yeah? Did you know that Manchester City played in the Club World Cup? Yeah, they did. They had a month. They had a month off. They've had 1 pre-season friendly, mate. Yeah. They've played different lineups, haven't they? Yet they managed to just smash and grab your last game, didn't they? Absolute battering ram of the Wolves, sent them packing. So what's the excuse? And they've had a rebuild. In 2 transfer windows, they've actually fully rebuilt. We're going into phase 4, 7 transfer windows, still fucking trying to rebuild. Spending, by the way, 2 billion quid. And yet everyone's trying to find every excuse under the sun. I've heard the excuse, oh, did you watch Conte's season? So we're benchmarking and we're comparing our situation, our squad, to the squad we had under Conte and to the manager of Enzo Maresca and Conte, bruv. Yeah, the wig merchant. We're gonna compare those levels, bruv. This is nuts, bruv. Yeah, I haven't seen this much stretching since Stretch Armstrong, bruv. Yeah, and that's still a bit of an understatement. Yeah, 100%. And that's where we are right now. Yeah, this is how they're going. This is how they're pushing these narratives. Yeah, it's just getting boring now. Also, Aston Villa have added Nicholas Jackson to their shortlist and are closely monitoring this situation. Talks have already taken place. Several clubs are interested. FC Bayern have also gathered information, but a move to Munich is not happening. Why would it happen? They've got Harry Kane. Why would they look at Nicholas Jackson if they've got Harry Kane? It's just like, what is this bullshit? This is the brown envelopes trying to put Nicholas Jackson in the shop window because the owners are so desperate to sell the striker that they force-fed PR that this guy's going to take us to the Premier League title and Champions League. And now they can't wait to get rid of him, bruv. Bruv, it's not the Avengers, bruv. It's the brown envelopers, bruv. That's what that is. Yeah, it's the brown envelopers, bruv. We're not part of that, bruv. We don't go in elephant circles, bruv. Yeah, we don't do that. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts to me, mate. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Chelsea's bid for Bastoni has been politely turned down. Reports say Inter rejected 43.2 million, that's 50 million euro offer for the Italian defender. And it's not just Chelsea. Newcastle also saw approaches flat out denied. Bastoni's agent insists he's staying at Inter while the club labels him not for sale. There is no rumour. There is Serie A loud and clear. Well, let's have it right. What great PR. What great PR after Enzo Maresca coming out saying he wants a centre-back to link us to Bastoni with a bid, knowing that this player's not for sale, that they can put that PR out. So it looks like, and do you know what the comments are? At least we're trying. Oh, we're trying. The owners are trying to get Bastoni. Oh, really? What, like they tried to get Mike Maignan? Like they're trying to get Donnarumma? Like they tried to get Osimhen? Yeah? Like they're trying to get Rodrigo. Remember Meatloaf tout Bowley, yeah, who was too busy looking at his mobile phone yesterday at the game for his wife, who paid more attention to watching the game, noticed to nudge him because she saw on the big old flash screen that Meatloaf tout Bowley was on there, clipped in 5K, looking at his phone, disinterested with the £2 billion Chelsea that him and Siri Merchant had built at Chelsea, drawing goalless draw at home to Crystal Palace because he was too busy checking the data, the sales data for his Vivid Seats. Yeah. But we love you, Bowie. Bruv, this is how I land it, bruv. And people don't like it, then you can go elsewhere and watch the Avengers and all these people, bruv, and wearing their fancy costumes, mugging you all off. Yeah. With all these narratives, all these brown envelopes, mugging you off with lies after lies, bruv. Yeah. Until I see that Bastoni and Donnarumma at Chelsea, at the Bridge, playing home and away for us, then I know we're serious. We ain't getting them two players, bruv. Yeah. Instead, you're going to bring me Baby Lurch, bruv. Yeah. Let me remind you lot, yeah, because this is important. All right. You keep bringing it up. So we'll bring it up. You can see who's here, right? Okay. Let me address it, yeah? Because everyone keeps bringing it up. The 10% discount merchant, what's his name? Yeah, on with Goldbridge, Brendan Cesar. Feeding the agenda that Tuchel can't coach an attack. Led to the narrative of Tuchel getting the sack. Yeah? It's a fact, bruv. Absolute fact. Yeah? Yeah? Clipped in 5K. Benson.
Some people will be like, Benson, shut up. You're an armchair fan. You live the other side of the world and you brown envelopes from the club. First things first. No, I'm not. This is all just flipping rubbish that people come out with because they've got no legitimate argument to come at and say, like, they disagree with an opinion or whatever. It's just cheap. It's pathetic.
Either way, I can come out and say this because I've been paid by Chelsea Football Club at times to work on certain projects. And I can tell you now, there is certain things that you just can't say about Chelsea, specifically painting the club in any kind of negative light. So the intentions of painting Chelsea Football Club in the best light possible, even if we're losing on the pitch and even if the owners don't know what they're doing and they're alienating the fan base. That's the truth.
Minerals FC mudded me. I couldn't give a shit about that guy. Just decides to call people out for no reason.
All right. Then we've got smoking that Man United pack because we're happy Tottenham won. Yeah. The DR Teletubby merchant, right? Big Six. Yeah. Big Six studio. Teletubby Robbie with our John Obi Mikel. Yeah. Goldfish. The whole fucking setup, bruv. Yeah. The whole setup is all entwined. Let me just remind everyone that the librarian was always telling Eunice, don't go on with Johnny. Maybe if you don't go on with Johnny, there'll be doors that will open up for you. And all of a sudden, these doors have opened up like fucking Narnia. So I just think people need to understand that. You know? Oh, and don't forget, I hope you're all doing really, really well. All these same people, bruv. All these same people. They're in it for the same reasons. Yeah. Return of the Mac. Yeah, facts. But they can't speak how I speak. So it is what it is. And for the record, Eunice got a message from me a long time ago, never responded. In fact, he let me know what time it was. And I knew from the message. I'm not going to expose that, but I'm just letting you know. Yeah? Don't believe everything you read. Because not all is what it seems, bruv. Trust me. So the reality is, bruv, that's where we're at. That's why you won't see me with them. You know what I'm saying? But it's no hard feelings to anyone. This is not personal. It's strictly business. I'm a professional, bruv, and no one's safe on the Minerals FC. And you slide off, you go down that brown envelope path, then it is what it is, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So I just want all my ultras to understand that, bruv, because it keeps coming up, keeps coming up. And you know what I mean? We just gotta pipe it down, bruv. Yeah. I really hope though that the stream is all right. Clearly, it's all a kerfuffle. But look, we move, we still land it. We don't care. Hopefully, when you go back, it's recorded and it's all right. But you know what I mean. It is what it is, bruv. You know. So I want to thank all my ultras, bruv, who have built my channel, my ultras that help support me. Yeah, and support this channel and support the truth, because freedom of speech ain't so free no more, but it is on here. And I'm just getting sick and tired of it, bruv. And interestingly enough, if you go and see some of the comments, everyone hated Eunice coming on here. I don't doubt Eunice loved to come on this channel. He loved it. But he went the route that benefits the channel, benefits the associates, and all he's a fucking yes man to the librarian. That's the way I see it, bruv. But it is what it is, bruv. It's all good, bruv. Yeah. But respect. And hopefully, you know, I'm gonna have Sizzler on, we're gonna have Curse on regular, and obviously I'll get Goonie on at some sort of time when he's available. You know what I'm saying? So we move, bruv. I feel like I've got everything off my chest. To have it right. It's been a shambles of a YouTube set up today. They brown enveloped us. Big up to Adam Ray. He's become a Minerals FC Ultra for 16 months, always supporting the channel. He says, we desperately need a centre-back and need to start playing to win. The same mentality we showed against PSG. Keep the blue flag flying high, up the Minerals FC. Facts, bruv. And these are the facts. Yeah, he's also been so kind to gift 5 Minerals FC Ultra memberships to you lot in the chat, bruv. Yeah, that's quality, bruv. So, yeah. And Paul George, you're not wrong. The wage structure will never change, and we will never get the very best top players. So that means we will never be too elite. And I saw Tobes actually put a tweet out. He says, well, he put a list of our players, and he says, are they top 10 in the world? Majority are not. When you win titles, yeah, when you win Champions Leagues, yeah, you need the best players. If you haven't got all the best players, you need at least a spine of the best players or world-class level. Pep Guardiola doesn't win what he wins with just young, upcoming potential talent. Yeah? Doesn't work like that, bruv. Nor does Slot. Does Slot win the Premier League with young potential, or did he win the league with winners, experience, world-class level and a spine? Let's have it right. I don't know what's happening, Ultras. Yeah? But hopefully when we go back, it will be all right when I end the stream, bruv. But listen, it's all messed up at the moment, so I'm going to leave it here. Respect to everyone in here. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, put all your comments down below. And hopefully the stream will be all right. And on this note, I want to end on this. All right. We're now going into 4 years under Bluecoat and their project. They've spent 2 billion quid. All right. Let me just push the true narrative, which is it only took Roman 1 season of investment to go into the second season and win the Premier League and then win it back to back 2 Premier Leagues. He spent 2.1 billion in 18 years and won us 21 trophies. All right. So all of this, we need the players to have time. We need progression. Oh, it's only phase 2 under Maresca is the biggest Fugazi narrative. They're stretching, bruv. All right. They're stretching like Robert Sanchez, bruv. Facts. So big up to everyone in here, all the ultras. Put all your comments down below. Win, lose, draw, Blueco out. Love Chelsea, hate Blueco. No surrender mentality. Long live our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC as always. And salute to everyone in here. Let's go, bruv.